Alright, welcome back to the game. The player characters are now in spaceport control, and we've got a couple of actions declared by the Facebook friends that are running these characters here for this adventure. Let's get started. Well, here we have Oskara. The player says, continuing to deceive the droids. Oskara falls on her back after a blow from Lorik. Remember, they're acting like they're in a bad fight with each other. So she falls down. In the fall, she grabs her and swings it forward, blasting away at the droids from close range. So as she falls down here, she's going to pull her weapon around and start shooting at the droids. She then cries into the intercom, her comlink here, "Vex, can you hack into the security console and give these trash cans orders to stand down?" So let's see. First, what we're going to do here is let Oskara take her shot. Well, you may recall that Oskara the bounty hunter here is a pretty good shot with her blaster carbine. So this is her dice pool. She's got 2 of the proficiency dice. And she's got 2 ability dice, these green ones. And that's her active pool. Now she needs the difficulty. The difficulty for a close range shot is just one of these. So we're going to put that right there. So an excellent chance at being able to catch this droid sort of off guard and take a shot at him. Let's roll the dice. I'm using dice again just for the fun of it. Sometimes I'm in the mood to use my die roller, and other times I just like to get the dice back out and see how it goes. Well, here we have a little bit of threat, but the good thing is we have 2 successes. So 2 successes, but a little bit of threat. This might fit easily into the scene here. Well, first of all, let's handle this success. Her shot hit. So we take the damage of 9, and we had 2 successes. So let's add that to the damage. 9, 10, 11. 11 points of damage. Let's compare that to the statistics for the droids. Well, here we have the data on the spaceport security droids. What we're looking for now is their soak. Soak of 3. So 11, and we take 3 off of that. So that's going to take it down to 8 damage. They have a wound threshold of 8 right there. So she just got him down to, well, it doesn't count down. I keep remembering it needs to count up. She did 8 points of damage. That equals the wound threshold. I believe that destroys the security droid. So great shot. Well, certainly not expecting to be shot by a Twi'lek who's engaged in melee combat with a Wookiee. This droid is caught with his guard down. The shot goes right into his chest, destroying critical systems, and he is out of the fight. That leaves 1 droid outside. Now we need to handle the threat that was rolled. We rolled 1 threat. Well, for the threat that was rolled here, we're going to have this droid, which is still active at the moment, begin to contact the other droids and the overseer inside that there is a conflict just outside at the entrance. So it's about to go on high alert. Let's see if Vex can do anything to help. Well, Daniel Campen says, Vex casually moves over to one of the unmanned consoles in the corner of the room, as far away from the other droids as possible, and begins to hack into the computer. That's probably going to be this console over here. So we'll have Vex move right over here. Pash notices that right here is a closed conference room. So the door's closed, but there is a window. You can kind of make out a conference room inside. Nevertheless, Vex continues here. And he is at the console, and he says, luckily, he looks like a repair droid, so he hopes no one will pay too much attention, especially as the ruckus out front begins to get attention. His first target is the droids trying to hack their systems, which, if successful, he will go after the docking clamps. So he's going for some sort of redirection of the orders for the droids, if he can sort of reprogram them, confuse them, or do something. So we got to see how well he rolls here and sort of play off the advantage-disadvantage system of the dice to see how our story is going to unfold. So let's take a look and see what kind of slicing here, which is, like I said, the Star Wars term for the hack, will go. Computers. We've got 4 ability dice here, so a decent chance. And let me go to the adventure book and see what kind of difficulty we may be looking at. Alright, so we've got Vex's pool of 4 ability dice. We've also got 2 difficulty dice in there for an average check. And I think due to the alert just coming in, there could be a time-sensitive issue here where an alarm might be sounded and some security might be elevated. So let's add 1 setback die here to the roll. Let's see how he does. Well, 4 successes are rolled. So that's definitely more than the failure. So we'll just take 1 and 1 and move them out. So that's going to leave us with 3 successes. We do have an advantage. One of the threat rolled is canceled. So that's going to leave 1 disadvantage. So 3 successes. And if we just change this over, 1 threat. Threat indicates some sort of negative side effect or consequence. Well, let's see how we want to deal with that. Well, with this successful slice, we can do some things here, but we don't have any advantage or triumphs to work with. So probably it's out of the question that Vex's simple hacking of the system would disable all of the droids. But he has hacked the system, so he's able to do something. So perhaps what he's done here is he's capable of giving them some sort of order, maybe a false order that looks like it's coming from the overseer or some other source, and the droids are going to respond. So let's see what kind of misdirection he can give them. Well, perhaps thinking or computing quickly, Vex quickly sends out an order that the security droid out near the entrance has malfunctioned and taken aggressive action, unwarranted aggressive action towards a civilian, and there's a disturbance out front. And so all of this quickly comes through, and the other security droids start to exit the, the main control room to investigate the ruckus outside near the entrance. So these droids are approaching currently not necessarily to shoot the Wookiee or the Twi'lek, but to simply see what has happened and what was the problem with this droid outside. This droid knows what's going on and probably is able to detect that this is a false message, but Vex has bought some time. His hack was successful, and this is basically something that he can pull off quickly to just buy a few seconds for everybody. So the Wookiee here can take a chance or take an opportunity to take an immediate attack on one of the droids. Probably Oskara could have a chance here to take a second shot. So let's go inside, back here into the main control room. We rolled a little bit of threat. I would say, unfortunately, at this point, the slice here of the control panel and the message that was just sent out sends off an alarm that's immediately noticed by the overseer. And she is armed with a blaster pistol. So Vex probably needs to stay at it to see if he can now release the clamps in the docking bay. But Pash may want to take some action to see if he can handle the overseer here. She's quickly turning hand to her weapon and quickly says, "What's going on here?" So we'll stop the scene there. Let me hear from everyone. I'm assuming Vex is going to continue. Just confirm that for me. Pash may want to see how you might want to handle the overseer, whether that's some sort of talking her down. That could use a number of skills here, such as maybe coerce or deceit, or then we've got down here combat situation. And there could be a combat situation here, but we've definitely got one here. So this deception is about to reach its end. So Oskara and the Wookiee, feel free to take a combat action. You've got 3 enemies surrounding you. But remember, on your turn, you can only take 1 attack action. 1 action and 1 maneuver. And remember that you can always take a couple of points of strain if you want to take some additional maneuver. So you can take up to 2 maneuvers and your main action, which would be an attack. So let me know if you have any questions, and let me know what you'd like to do in this next scene, and we'll continue our adventure here in Spaceport Control. Thanks.